Okay, so we're still in strategic sales levers. This is module number 7, all the things that help you drive occupancy and take control of occupancy in your property. We've just spoken about corporate strategy, and which can be quite involved, but it's a really tangible area that you can dig into depending on the location and the size of your property. But really encourage you to do that. This next part is all around the conference market. Look, the conference market can be very lucrative from a number of reasons. If you've got the facilities to host conferences and the food and beverage that goes along with that, that's lucrative, but it's the room nights that go with it that we're really interested in here today. If you don't have those sort of facilities, this is still relevant for you because we're talking about what conferences are in town, what's happening in town in your suburb, that you can get some of those room nights and perhaps overflow. If it's being held at another hotel and they're overbooked, how can you get some of that demand coming into your property? So what I'd do here, I'd certainly be looking at, keep your eye on the local media, keeping across what conference and events are happening in town. You'll often see advertisement for seminars and different things that are happening. These days, certainly Google searches of events, seminars, workshops, expos, etc. in your suburb is a really smart way using those keywords there. If you're searching expo in Parramatta, you're going to see if there's anything coming up in town and mark them in your calendar, know that they're coming up, and then just be really aware of the fact that they're coming up. So first of all, when you find some stuff, that's the first step to take. Mark them in your events calendar, which preferably be built into your PMS, but isn't always. So often it's good to run with a separate events calendar as a master file. Speak with a lot of local clubs and businesses. Be across what's happening. Where they got, people have got, reunions happening. People have got, car clubs coming to town. Businesses are hosting webinars. It's another way just to keep across it. And again, mark it in your calendar. So, marking your calendar is one thing, and being aware of it and trying to perhaps yield that period. If you know that there's going to be some demand coming, you don't start dropping your rates. You just go, no, hold. We'll wait for them. They're going to start booking. But the other thing is you can actually start to offer deals. So whether you're offering deals to those clubs and businesses that you're talking to, say, look, here's a deal for your guests that are coming to town. If you're happy to share it, that'd be great. Or equally, you might be putting that out in the marketplace in a digital sense, Facebook pages and the like, and putting deals up, stating the particular conferences and things that are out there that are coming to town, and putting a deal up that's available. You can even bleed that through into your website and the online portals. Put a rate up for a particular conference, call it that, and you'll possibly grab their attention. So there's a few ways you can try and tickle the market and get in front of people, because it's not always. Sometimes you've got a business or an organisation that's in control of where people say. Other times it's really up to the individual. So you've got to think about each individual event and how you're going to approach it. Whether you're going to try and put something in the marketplace or try and go through the organisers, or perhaps both. And as you see demand increase around those events, always make sure you're looking to yield the property. You're taking advantage of, the demand's coming. There's still more people going to be booking. Keep your rates up, float them a little bit, get that extra, squeeze a little bit extra out of it, purely because you've done the homework around the conference market and what's coming to town. Another little one you could do just to finish this section off is that you could build yourself a dedicated conference page. So when people are searching, coming to Parramatta, where do I stay for a conference? Get all, a heap of the correct keywords in there, and it's just going to help you be prominent when people are searching for accommodation. And the other one is, it might be, say you're right near a conference centre, put accommodation near XYZ conference centre, build that into your conference page. All that sort of stuff is really good for SEO and trying to, trip those potential bookers up as they're conducting the search for particular events. Look, if you've got a really nimble website and you've got the skills to actually constantly update, you can actually not just have a generic conference page, you can actually customise it, have a new page for each conference that's coming up, and delete them off after the event's done, but really customise the keywords of the name of the conference into it once you come across them. But it all starts with knowing what's happening in your suburb or town and then doing something about it, either from the organisational end or from the market end, the consumer front end, or a combination of the two. And that's how, in the independent hotel space, that's how I'd be approaching the conference market, especially if you don't have on-site conference facilities and aren't doing a specific conference and marketing campaign around trying to capture conference business direct yourself and the room nights that go with it.